All right, so it's fucking bike week. Now we got some shit to do today. We got to prepare for bike week. There was some preparing for bike week we had to do with this thing. Lost my fucking key fob. So, you know, owned it for a year, had one key fob. Well, actually, like this week's a year since I bought it during bike week last year. One key fob. Lost it right before we broke 5,000 miles. So this video is probably either going to be really long, or we're going to break up over a couple days of going to bike week, fucking preparing for bike week and all that shit. So today we've got a graduation party to go to. First we're going to swing by a cigar shop. Your boy has turned into a little bit of a cigar connoisseur, if we're being honest. Now, from what I understand, the cigars I smoke are not cigar connoisseur cigars, per se. Supposedly, because I smoke Deadwoods, mainly. I'm a big fan of Sweet Janes and Crazy Alice's and Fat Bottom Betty's, that I'm not your cigar connoisseur of sorts, but big fan of them at the moment. Acids and shit like that. So we're gonna go pick up a couple of those, then we're gonna go to a graduation party. After the graduation party, we're gonna work on the 99. 99's been down for a little while. There's nothing really wrong with it. It drains a battery, and I let somebody borrow it to learn how to ride on. They rode it like 2 fucking times. Other than that, they let it sit, didn't take care of it. It got moved to another buddy of mine's house, and I go over to his house to look at it, and she's stone ass dead. It wasn't started like I asked him to. So we loaded up in the truck a new seat, a different set of pipes for it, and the tour pack, so the old lady can ride with me to bike week. So we're gonna work on that tonight after we get done with this graduation party. I'm gonna talk about, at the moment, what I went through to try to get a fucking key fob for this bike. So I bought this bike from Mad River up in Sandusky during bike week, Ohio bike week. You know, if y'all don't know, that's where I'm located. So I'm up there, had a couple drinks in me, you know, been looking at lowriders for a while. All the ones I looked up were marked up real bad. I ended up paying MSRP for this one, which at the time I thought was the deal, and then I figured out later that, like, if I'd have just went and looked around for one, I could have found one for maybe less than MSRP, instead of just like swinging by dealers, big ass dealers that wanted to act like because it's a California high boy style that the thing's worth $1 million fucking dollars. But so I buy it, you know, it's bike week, quick hurry, nobody goes over the security code, stuff like that. So I lose the key. Year goes by, day before my wedding, I lose the key to the bike. So I'm fucking searching around, can't find it. I was like, whatever, fuck it. Rode the Suzuki to the wedding and all that bullshit. Had a good old time, everything was great. Come back, search the whole house, can't find it. So I called my local Harley dealership. I'm not gonna name them, just because I had a shitty service experience. The experience I had with the sales guys was amazing trying to deal with this problem, but I had a really shitty service experience. Couldn't get them to answer the phone to schedule an appointment. Finally, like a week and a half later, I totaled the bike over there. Go to unload the bike, and he's like, well, if you don't know the security code, we're gonna have to replace modules. Now this is where the salespeople came in clutch. It's fucking heroes, because I had called Mad River to get the security code from them so I could ride the bike. The ones they told me that they used and what the factory one would be if they didn't change it didn't work. I never changed it and never messed with it. So I'm dealing with my local dealership. Sales guys, like, you really don't know code, you never changed it. Mad River gave the one Mad River said they said it too doesn't work. I was like, no, and I was like, I can't guess it. It's not something stupid like 1 2 3 4 5 or anything like that. So I'm fucking checking, and finally the sales guy goes inside, figures out that fucking Mad River had dealer traded it from another store. And so I was able to call that store, get the security code. It helped me out so fucking much and was fucking awesome. Took it in. Guy at the Harley dealership running the service department was like, oh, if you know the security code, it'll be really easy. Got the key programmed. It took him 2 fucking days to get it done, even though he told me he'd get a hold of me that afternoon, which doesn't matter. But we got it handled, got the key on the bike. We're back to riding the bike. Now during bike week, I get to break my 5,000 mile mark, which I know for some people that live in good places, they're like, oh, 5,000 miles on a bike, or after a year, blah 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 blah, they're like, that's not a lot. But I live in Ohio, and this isn't my only bike, so doing 5,000 miles in 1 year on one out of multiple bikes is pretty goddamn good year. Now, I'd have liked it to be more, obviously. As y'all can see from how my content's been, I've been really busy. Things haven't been working out great for me. But we're going to break 5,000 miles in a year on this bike. But first, we're going to buy some fucking cigars. Be back with y'all in a minute. Alright, so we picked up some smoke. That's good. We picked up a Fat Bottom Betty and a Crazy Alice. Also a new one called fucking, what was it? Whiskey Cherry. I don't know who it's by or anything like that. Like I said, I'm not the craziest cigar connoisseur. But it looked fucking dope, and she said it was new, and there was some fancy letter on it that said it was a 92 cigar rating. I don't know what the fuck that means, but we're gonna give her a run and see how she goes. Chevy SS. Not a big Chevy fan, but badass sedans make me happy. Almost as happy as badass wagons make me. I don't know, you know, bike content. This may not reach everybody that views the world that I do, but I am a automotive connoisseur of sorts. So I don't know if any of y'all were watching LZ World Tour or anything, but there was a badass Volvo wagon and a badass BMW wagon that were fucking shit up during the last round of LZ World Tour. And oh man, that shit gets me going. I fucking love badass wagons. So now we're gonna head up north, go up to my VP's daughter's graduation and hang out there. I'll probably check out here in a minute. I just want to let y'all know what cigars I picked up. I probably won't check back in with y'all until later tonight when I'm at my VP's working on my bike. Enjoy y'all's evening. Fucking bike week's here. By the time any of this comes out, it'll probably be after bike week's over, because I'm trying to figure out if I want to do a long video of everything that I do involving bike week, or if I'm going to break it up into different segments and ship it. But either way, none of this will probably be released till after bike week. So if you're in Ohio and I run into y'all during bike week or anything like that, have a good time, stay safe, keep a pretty side up, baby. Check in with y'all in a little bit. Alright guys, welcome back. Been sick for a couple days, allergies setting in pretty good. Walked around rolling the bike week all week. Unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of footage from bike week or from working on the 99. Plans kind of fell apart. First night from catching up with y'all last time from pitching in, we went to that graduation party. We took off, ran over to bike week. A buddy of mine decided to buy a bike. That kind of slowed down my plans for the evening. Went back to start to work on the 99. I didn't get the right battery. That's my bad. I ended up having to get one the next morning. Threw a battery in it the next morning. I put different pipes on it. I was trying to put a different seat on it that I got in a box full of random miscellaneous parts I picked up off of a guy. It's not for this FLH chassis. I don't know exactly what ones it is for. The front's got more of an upswoop to it, and the shit doesn't really line up for the brackets of the back seat mount and stuff like that. But the 99's up. Been riding her for a few days. She's as old, as tired as she was last year, but she got different pipes on her. Sounds pretty hot. I like it anyways. The bike's just comfy. It's cool to cruise around. We're actually headed back up to my VP's house to pick up the Lowrider ST because we're rolling down to Farrow North in Columbus tomorrow for Farrow Fest. They're talking live music, stunt riding, and a bike show. It'll be something cool I'm really interested in doing. But this bike here, I don't think it's actually made a lot on the channel. I think there's a video back, not January, but the January before that, when I picked this up and rode it home in the winter. It was like 20-something fucking degrees out that day. But yeah, so this is a 99 Ultra Classic, 88-inch twin cam, 5-speed trans, damn near 90,000 miles on the fucking thing. I picked it up, you can say cheap. It's cheap for a Harley. It was 3,500 bucks. It was a full kitted out Screaming Eagle bike, Screaming Eagle intake and pipes. It's got S&S adjustable push rods in it that I put in it after I got it, along with I did a whole 3-hole, changed the plugs, put push rods in it. It has one killer fault right now. Literally, the battery just dies. Like, my bad, I'm sorry guys. About 2.5 days of this thing sitting, and the battery's completely flat. No saving it, just completely flat. And it's fucking terrible. Like that, it's just horrid. Like, it is so annoying to try to deal with. I have not invested time into trying to figure out what's going on with it. I pulled the fairing off. It had some so wiring done in it. I'm pretty sure I redid all of it, if I remember right. Just reconnected exactly how it was wired. The wires were twisted together, had electrical tape around them. So I went in there and I'm pretty sure I crimped them and put heat shrink on them, if I remember right. I don't know for sure though. It's been a while since I've done that. Well, not this last winter, but right after I got it, I did that. Just trying to figure it out, and I never did. And I need to do a parasitic draw test on it. But like I said, we went to Bike Week a couple times. Turnout seems kind of small from what I have remembered in the past. Now mind you, I have been working, so like I went on Saturday after a graduation party, so that was later in the evening. I went on Sunday during the day, but another one of my buddies bought a bike on Sunday. Monday I didn't make it because I ended up meeting with somebody and having Memorial Day dinner and stuff like that, so I didn't make it to Bike Week. I just dropped somebody off there on their way by. Shout out the dog if he ends up seeing this at some point. And then Tuesday I didn't go. I stayed home with the girls. Wednesday I went up, took my mom up there. She rode her Vulcan 650. I rode the SV 650. We rode up to Bike Week. Wednesday was a rainy day. All the vendors were closed. There was nothing there to look at. Like, me and a couple of the guys that we met up there were the only bikes in the fucking parking lot. So that's that. That's my Bike Week update. I really still want to try to squeeze in riding a Pan Am. I don't think it's going to happen because I'm not going tonight. We're going to get the Lowrider. And I'm not going tomorrow. We're going to Farrow Fest. So I'm probably not going to be able to ride a Pan Am. I need to set up test riding one sometime. That bike looks like a fucking riot. I sat on one. That's as far as I got. I was a little busy with people buying bikes and stuff like that. So No Pan Am. 99's back. We're gonna go get the lowrider. And I didn't vlog for shit because I'm terrible at this. That's why there's been big cut in content. Nothing coming up. I've been super busy and I got to try to make this a priority again. We're gonna get back into it. That's the goal. I'm looking at trying to figure out what I can do to put out reliable content for you guys. Put out stuff that you'll want to see. It's just kind of hard for me with not a lot of disposable income and 2 babies. We're getting there though. We're gonna get up here, we're gonna get the lowrider. I'll probably check back in with y'all for Farrow Fest. I'm hoping anyways. Like I said, I'm terrible at this. I gotta get myself back on the schedule and get good at doing this shit. If y'all have any pointers, I've seen a couple of my videos, my breathing was too heavy. I smoked a lot. I'm kind of a fat ass and terrible mic placement. I've tried a new mic placement. In the process of trying a new mic placement, I haven't edited a single one of those videos. It's a little bit higher, so I'm hoping it'll be less breathing noise. I try to focus on breathing through my nose and not through my mouth, but I'm also mildly retarded, so sometimes I go full mouth breather while I'm riding because I'm hyper fixated. That guy was over the yellow line. But yeah, so I'm gonna check in with y'all later, probably after we pick up the lowrider. I'm just trying to get out here and talk about plans for the bikes. This thing right here, I'm hoping to completely redo the whole thing. Obviously it's going to cost a lot of money, but I want to do an S&S long block. I haven't figured out what size yet. I want to try to change it over to a 6-speed. I haven't dialed in exactly how to do that yet. I'm pretty sure I can either go with a factory box out of a similar generation but later year FLH chassis, but I'm not exactly sure. But I want to do that. It needs painted. The frame needs gone through because it was left outside and stuff like that over the years. From what I can tell, there's a lot of rust and stuff on this thing. I'm hoping it's good enough shape to patch up, make pretty. Well, we want to completely redo this, me and my woman do, to make it our long haul bike. I don't really have a lot of interest in the newer FLH chassis. I'd actually much prefer to have just a Road King if it was me, an older one, just because I like twin cams. I like how they sound. I know their reliability's sus for timing chain failures and stuff like that. Like, I'm not stupid, but I like how twin cams sound. I kind of like how they feel. For a bike like that, we won't need a lot of power because it's not about ripping it, so I don't need like an M8, like I don't need a 117 M8 or anything like that. I just want to get a fresh motor, redo the trans, get her with another gear in it because 5 speeds is not enough, especially with the amount of riding and stuff that I try to do. Keep 6-speed boxes with a good long top gear ratio. Well, especially because like this bag ass country road, you see me on a piece of shit, I'm cruising at 70. Like, it's 3,300 RPM, 3,200 RPM. So we want to try to bring those RPMs down, man. That can save us some fuel economy, you know? And just wear and tear on the engines. And then I want to repaint it. I want to redo the fairing, pretty it all up. I want to make it nice, not fucking like big wheel bagger show bike. Like, I don't want to do extended bags or anything like that. I just want to make it nice, go through, redo the forks and all the bearings and everything, make it fresh so it's reliable. But alright, thanks for checking in, guys. I love y'all. Keep anything you own, either car, bike, whatever, shiny side up, baby. Are you all right, boss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I lost my class.
Okay. All right. We tried to help a guy. We just left Farrow Fest. All right. Instead of going the last day of bike week, we went to Farrow Fest. Well, went down to Farrow Fest for me, Mansfield down to Columbus. It was fucking grand old time. Fucking Vulgar USA. I don't know if they have a YouTube channel yet or anything at the time I'm filming this, but they just did a stunt show at fucking Farrow Fest 2024. I'm gonna try to tag them if they got a YouTube channel. If not, find the motherfuckers on Instagram. This shit is fucking badass. They're cool as fuck. So yeah, we're gonna wait for this light to get up, talk about a little show that we had today. Slip in over here to the turn lane that obviously this Pathfinder wants in that don't know how to use the fucking turn signal. But yeah, so Farrow Fest, they had some live music, good show, bunch of bikes for sale like always. Fucking Farrow, you know. Stunt show, tiny girls with no assets, washing bikes in bikinis. Bunch of cool bikes out. Saw a bunch of motherfuckers here. There are a lot of people here. Whole bunch of clubs, everything else. It looked like a great party. I'm sure it's gonna continue to go on till pretty late. Live music and beer, you know. But this is basically the end of my bike week. To recheck, we rode up to Sandusky a shitload of times. We rode down here to Farrow. 99 got put together. We're on the low rider. So this same week I bought it last year, and we hit 5,200 miles on it. So 5,000 miles on this bike within the last year. That's pretty much all that it is, all that it's got. Check in with y'all later.
Who wants to see a show?